Welcome to this Fabricville tutorial. Today we are going to make this pair of pants. It's Brother Style 6250 pattern. It's a loose fitting design with patch pockets and an elasticized waistband. To make these pants we will need the Brother Style 6250 pattern, an erasable marking pen, some pins, scissors, 1 cm wide elastic, some fusible interfacing, fabric, and assorted thread. To start, I'm going to pin the pattern onto the fabric, respecting the grain line. And I will cut. I'll also cut the front belt piece in fusible interfacing and lay it on the wrong side of the belt fabric, and I press it firmly with a hot iron and no steam. I make sure to transfer the markings of all the notches before I remove the pattern pieces. I've serged the slant opening and the side of the pocket that will be patched to the front of the pants. I fold the seam allowance of the slant up 1 cm to the wrong side and I press. Then I'm going to stitch 1 cm from the edge. I turn the remaining serged seam allowances to the inside and I press. I'm going to place the pocket on the pants front according to the notches and secure it with pins. Then I top stitch. Now I lay the back on the front, right sides facing, and I pin the other side seam, then I stitch. I serge the layers together and I press the seam to one side. Again, I lay the back over the front, but now I'm going to stitch the inner leg seam. Once the two legs are ready, I turn one leg right side out and I place it inside the other with right sides facing. I pin the crotch curve and I stitch. I will lay the two belt fronts, right sides facing, and I stitch along the top. Then I press the seam open. I lay these fronts on the back of the belt and I'm going to stitch the sides only on the interfaced part. And I press the seams open. I fold the bottom of the front and back belt up 1 cm towards the wrong side and I press. Now I pin the belt to the pants, matching the notches and the seams. and I stitch. I fold the belt over onto the right side and I press. I will draw lines on the back of the belt according to the pattern notches. I'm going to stitch the bottom of the belt close to the seam all around the waist. Then I'm going to stitch along the drawn lines. That will form 3 tunnels. And I'm going to pass a piece of elastic through each casing. And I'm going to stitch the end of the elastics by stitching over the lateral seam. And I will close the lateral side openings by hand stitching. To finish, I press the pants bottom up 3 cm and I hand sew the hem with invisible stitching. And our pants are ready. Enjoy sewing and thanks for watching!